What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about school and how it actually affects a lot of people doing whether it's e-commerce or even your own business at such a young age. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? So like I said, school, something that we all have to deal with. Not everybody, but a lot of people at our age, obviously, right? I want to make more of a video that kind of connects to people, understand what we're going through, kind of the issues that we have to struggle with in our daily lives, right? For example, we all have our exams, we all have our assignments, we all have our stressful loads of homework that we just can't deal with sometimes, right? I totally understand that, right? It's hard. Being a student is tough, right? So there's ways to balance that, especially if you are an entrepreneur. This is for everyone too, not even if you're just doing business, even if you're a student, there's just ways to handle your time and ways to be productive, right? That's the best thing you can do, whether you have a side hustle or even a full-time business like Corey and I, right? So for example, when I go to school, on the train, I commute to school. It takes a pretty good chunk of my day, right? About an hour there and an hour back. So what I do, I'm not watching Netflix. I'm actually on my laptop. I'm doing stuff that keeps me productive throughout the day, right? Whether it's managing our social media, whether it's creating ads for a business, whether it's doing product research, I'm doing that stuff because I'm trying to milk out as much time as possible when I'm in school. So when I get to my classes, then I can kind of focus in my class, I guess you could say. I'll be honest with you guys, I'd say like 50% of the time I'm actually doing product research in my classes, and I'm not even kidding about that. It's just because a lot of my professors are really boring. So I don't know, sometimes I don't even feel the need to be there. It's just I'm doing product research, and a lot of people are just like, why are you even here? And I say that's a very good point, right? But like I said, it all comes down to what is prioritized to you. So if school is something that's very important for you guys, then obviously keep that as your priority. But if you're running a side hustle or you're running a business full time, then you got to balance and see what's proper for you, what's right. And the thing about school too is, guys, like, I think like what I've dealt with too, like professors, for example, right? Their mindset, it's a good mindset they have for people that want to work when they're older, like when they get their degree and they want to have a job full time, which is totally fine. If that's the route you want to go for, by all means, that's something that's great. You know that makes you happy inside, then that's fine. It's totally perfect. But their whole idea on entrepreneurship, especially if you have a teacher that isn't teaching like an entrepreneurship related course, they have a really, like, I guess you could say, corrupt mindset in a way. They set you up so that you're essentially to fail. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know about you guys, but when my professors talk about things, they kind of teach it in a way where it's, I don't want to say it's setting you up to fail, but they tell you like what not to do right, essentially, like, or what, like, how to fail a test. Like, they always say, oh, like, you know, the failure rate for this class is 30%. They never say, you know, the passing rate for this class or like the success rate of this class is, you know, like 50% or whatever, like whatever the case is. Always like the failure rate. This is how to fail your test. This is how to fail this. This is how to fail that. And it's never like a positive vibe, I guess you could say. And I've always noticed that, even like, I guess maybe in high school too, but in university especially, like my professors, a lot of them are set up like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way they're taught to weave people throughout the program. I have no idea. I just don't know. I've never understood that as a student. But that's fine, right? You got to get past that. Everyone has their own mindset. Everyone has to build their mindset in the future. Everyone has to grow. So there are ways to overcome that. And at the end of the day, listen to yourself. Don't listen to what other people have to say about your life. And for those that are working a job, those are doing a side hustle, those who are in school at the same time, managing homework, managing your assignments, managing exams, I can honestly congratulate you for that, because that is a heavy workload on someone, especially at a young age, right? Especially if someone has to literally pay for everything, like their commutes, their everything on their own. Very, could be very costly too, right? So that's why I congratulate those kind of people that do that stuff. But yeah, guys, like I said, it all comes down to time management, right? Doing stuff that's related to your side hustle. Like, for example, like I said, with e-commerce, with dropshipping, been doing it for 2 years now, so I've been able to do that as a full-time money-making stream. Haven't worked in the last couple of years or so. So it has been a very good opportunity for me to do while I'm in school. So I'm able to manage that. I'm also able to manage my clients, and my other side ventures that Corey and I have. And it's very, I guess you could say I'm very grateful. Well, I am very grateful for everything that I have in my life, and I'm very excited to start everything this year with a solid, positive attitude for everything. And especially for you guys too, who are just starting this year for 2020, e-commerce, drop shipping, anything, any side hustle, and you're in school and you're working and you're going to the gym, you have a social life, you have family, all that stuff, this is your year to strive and be successful. This is the year to do the things, to take the steps that you haven't taken before, to take action and just start doing them. Honestly, think of the year 2020, like just 20 and 20. Doesn't that sound cool? Like 2020, like don't you want to be successful in that year? Like who doesn't want to be, right? 2020 vision, like like you go to the eye doctor, 2020 vision, right? Clear vision, clear things, right? One thing I forgot to mention too, the times where, like I can tell you a funny story. Like basically, I was scaling this one product during my exam season, and it was like, okay, so I had a lot of customer emails, and I noticed that when I was studying, a lot of like the emails were popping up on my screen, so I was getting really, really frustrated, and that's why this is about team management now, what I'm about to talk about. So basically, I was getting really stressed out about my studying and about my customers, because then I would stop myself from studying and look at my customer emails and then go back to them. So it's very important that you have a team, especially like when you're in school too. Like if you're scaling at a high level, then it's different. But like if you're like a beginner, it's totally fine. You don't need to, right? But if you're scaling, if you're someone that's scaling right now, then team building is something that's very important to your business, an asset to your business, right? So when you have those exams coming up, when you have those heavy assignments or those heavy like homework that's assigned by teachers, whatever, it's important that you have someone that's running your store kind of on the side, whether it's your customer service or your ads, so your orders, so they're able to fulfill everything properly, and you don't have to manage that while you're studying. Kind of gives you a little bit of weight off your shoulders in that sense. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys kind of felt a little bit of what I've been saying. It's tough. Being in school and running all this is very tough, but it all comes down, like I said before many times, time management is key, and balancing out your priorities is something that's very, very important. So, like I said, I hope you kind of took everything that I'm feeling into your perspective, and kind of learned from it, I guess, because everyone is growing at this stage. We're young and we're full of opportunities, so it's important that everyone has an opportunity to jump onto while they can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.